The Wayne Ayers Podcast. The Wayne Ayers Podcast. Woohoo! Time to wake your ass up for a blessed day.
What up? How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. You okay? Can you hear me?
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
I can
cool.
hear you.
All right. How you doing? How you doing today?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, can't complain. Thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate your time. Let's get started. I want to get because everybody that me included knows you from like the a content aggressive thing, the funny skits and everything. I just want to know like how did you even get started in that? And I know you were also like a film student as well.
Yeah. So I got started in it because I've always wanted to like make like funny videos and stuff like that, like just goofy things. Um, just to kind of like, I don't know, bring light to people's day. And around that time, I just knew that I wanted to meet somebody that I was really cool with to do that with. And that's when I met my homie Uche, and we kind of like we got along very well. And so we decided to just start making videos because we had like really great chemistry. Like we were able to just bounce jokes off of each other. And so it kind of started with a video of him pretending to, well, obviously it wasn't real, but in the video he was like we were on a date together, or it was either we were on a date together and he wouldn't pay for my meal, or it was the cheating one. Those both were what started us off. But I don't know if it was the acting or anything, but it was too believable. So like there was a lot of like it wasn't bringing joy to people. It's like making people angry. So we decided to like make it a little bit more like more like cornier so that people would know that like it was a joke, because people just like kind of believe that it was real and it just wasn't like what we anticipated. So
Oh yeah. Do people actually still like think because like do they think like the characters you guys are playing are still like your actual persona when they walk up to you in public and stuff? Like do they think you're like
oh
the
yeah. Yeah, a lot of people yeah, a lot of people definitely they definitely think that, and they'll be like, "Is it real?" And then like if I don't give them an answer, then they'll kind of just be like, "Come on, tell me it's real." Like tell me it's real. I like they honestly want it to be real. So
No, I want
there's
to.
that.
So, like, how do you guys even like? Do you guys just like come up together and start writing skits, or do you just like naturally you just like go out in public and just like, all right, we're just gonna do this today? Like, how did that go? How's the creating process
A
like?
little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both. So I like write a lot of skits down. Like I have like a really like giant list. This is just one of my lists that I have. And I like just like
Damn.
write down everything that I like. I know. I just write down like everything that I think of. And then like eventually I like start making the videos, and then I'll be like, oh, Uche, I got a skit for us to do. And then sometimes we'll just be out in public. Usually it starts off like that, but then sometimes we'll just be out in public and then be like, oh, like this would be funny if we did this, da da da, or we should do this, or like I'll be like, oh, this is a good scenario, so we just like do it right then and there, like while we have the space or whatever. So,
Yeah. Do you guys ever bring like strangers into it? 'Cause I know some people like go out in public. They're like, damn, we need an extra person to do this, or is this just you two?
um, we try, but I think that like out of all the times that we've ever tried to do that, like 90% of the time, people are like, no, they don't want to be on camera, which was always like really surprising, because like growing up, I've always like wanted to be like in movies and stuff like that. So like I was always really fascinated by like being on camera. So like when people would be like, no, I don't want to be on camera, I'd be like, oh wow, that's so interesting. So that was definitely a shocker to see how many people like we don't use strangers. Like we probably have only used a stranger ever like once or twice, because people just really don't want to be recorded. But I understand with like how it is being online now. People like just people say whatever about you, and you know, you kind of gotta live with it. So
Nice. Speaking of that, you went to film school, right? My, uh,
yes.
Nice. So like do you how do I want to say this? How did you make like when did you realize you want to get into like entertainment? Like I know you're doing this kids, but I feel like you want to transition to like becoming like a full-time actor at some point.
I realized this when I was kind of like, mm, I mean, when I was a senior, I was like in high school, I was like, well, there's nothing else that I would really want to do. I feel like everything else in life would feel like a job, and this feels like, like fun. So I've always like edited videos. Like I used to go out and make like little music videos with my friends and stuff. And like we would just put like a bunch of stuff together to like kind of just be creative and just learn how to edit and everything. So I feel like since I was younger, I've always wanted to kind of like be in the industry, but um I feel like as I got older, I started to hone in on what I enjoyed more. And I think I have like a split personality of being a film character and then also being behind the scenes. And like I get to hopefully live out both of those dreams. So
Yeah. So do you have your own production company? Because it seems like it from the email, like from your email. Do you have your own production company?
yeah, no, I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's what my business is under.
Nice. So what are like some of the projects you're currently working on, if you could speak on that?
Yeah. So I'm actually like I have this financier that I'm doing this series with, and so right now it's getting built out and kind of like it needs to be greenlit, but I already have like agreements with them. So it just needs to be fully developed before it gets pushed. But I think the hardest thing right now is finding someone who is in this business and very experienced because, a lot of people like I have connections and people that I've had reach out to me, especially when I put like this like big notice on my Instagram that, oh, if you're in the film space, da da da, like, I'd be interested just to, I want to take my community with me. And so I've seen like some people, but I meet people, like I network with people all the time who've worked on like really big projects and such that are willing to help like smaller creators. And so I'm like, oh,
Nice.
great. Okay, let's have you like on this project as like a showrunner to help get it started. And that process has been extremely slow because those same people have so much stuff going on. And so it's like it's just a lot to do. It's a lot to do. If it wasn't like a lot of money, it'd probably be easier to just have somebody like manage it that, is like more like a peer. But because it is, you don't want to just start wasting things.
No, yeah, kind of like in films, like you hear like Squid Game takes like a decade to make. Like how like the people like I know fans not really aware of that process, but like how long have you been even developing this for?
Oh man. So I've been writing and helping develop like I've been writing it since like May. And then getting like it actually like greenlit, going through all the forms, all the administration work since probably August to September. So yeah.
Damn,
And every
okay.
week it's like, oh, I'll get back to you. And then they take another week and another week. So
So you probably won't think you'll start in like late 2026 if it happens.
I'm hoping for March latest of next year. Because the thing is, even though it takes a long time, once the blog is rolling, it should only take 4 to 6 weeks for like administration work. And then after that, it is going to take at least a 2 month process minimum just to get everything kind of handled. Because then you have to reach out to the actors and the locations, and you have to negotiate like pay with people. And hey, can you do this? And then I think marketing comes a little later, but I think it can be negotiated at the same time. Like for example, if you were to have Ryan Gosling on something, you hire him, like you can include in his contract that hey, you have to show up to like all the stuff and you have to post about it and da da da. So like that stuff probably within the same kind of contract. So it's just going to take a lot of legal time, and we are barely at the legal time. So yeah.
No, really. Do you have any passion projects outside of this one? Like say you like, hey, I want to knock this out in the next 5 years or so. Like I want to make a sitcom, I want to make a movie, I want to submit a film to a film festival. Like, do you have any passion project outside of this one?
So I actually did do a short film in last year. Is that last year? Yes, I did do a short film last year. It was called Haters Club. It's on my YouTube, but um it was a very, very stressful like short film because it was my first one. So like I had actors not showing up. I had like scenes that I had to take apart. I had to rewrite the story on the spot. Like it was a lot. Like I had to figure out so many things. I had like a mutiny going on with my crew, like because there's just this one guy who was just causing problems. It was weird because I was fronting the entire bill. It'd be different if it was like a collaborative project, but I was fronting the entire bill and I was what do you call it? I was organizing everything and I told them how much of a crunch it was because we were trying to submit it for DreamCon at the time. And so yeah, that was a mess, but it did get done. And some people still liked it as my first film, so that was fine. And then I did another one, like kind of like a just one set type of thing. That was in like maybe November or December. No, no, no. Actually, I think that was this year. No, yeah, that was this year, probably around like April or so. I don't know. It was definitely this year though, but it was a hospital scene, and that one was more like a I don't know how I would describe that one, but it was just more of like a comedy thing, rather than like a dramedy, you know.
Do you like doing comedy more or dramas more?
I like to try to find a good balance, because I feel like sometimes with like comedy, it can be too heavy on one thing. Which you can always tell like a story with it, but like there's certain rules that you have to follow with like when you're making a script or like when you're following like a genre, you know. So I feel like when it comes to storytelling, I like a mixture of dramedy because it just helps balance how I want my story to be told.
That's right. We need to get you on a we need you to do a sitcom. We're missing sitcoms, and you can do both with that.
Sitcoms, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we missing a good one. We haven't had a good sitcom in a
but
minute. We need to get one. I feel like with the
yeah,
and then
that's
you got
very
the
true.
skit parts already down already. You could make the drama comedy. You can have all that in one. A nice little sitcom show. That'd be nice.
I think the ratings would just need to be up there. I don't know any sitcoms right now that are just really high that aren't marketed to like an older demographic, you know.
Yeah, I feel it.
So I
Um,
feel like if I'm reaching a younger one. Yeah.
yeah, that would be nice. I want to know. Do you also? 'Cause I know you're writing. You're also acting and stuff like that. Do you direct as well?
Um, yes, but I would choose not to
Oh,
because I like to, unless I'm not in the film at all. If I'm not in the film at all, then I will I don't mind just directing because I'm really, really good at creative directing, and I also like a lot of times I will point others in the direction that they should be in whenever they're helping. And it's just like kind of a natural thing for me. Like I've just been out in public spaces before and kind of monitor things or, organize something. And it wasn't intentional. It's probably unsolicited, but but they enjoyed it nonetheless. And then people were just like, "Oh, you're a creative director, aren't you?" Like I've heard that before, just off you know, the dome. But yeah, I don't really like to do it when I'm involved in things. I kind of like someone else to be a part of it, and so that helps me focus.
that is interesting. You're one of the first people I heard said that. Because usually people be like, "Yeah, I would love to write, direct, and like act, and then get my own like."
Mm,
No, that's interesting. That's dope. Okay. Oh, that's no, yeah.
yeah.
Who are like, say, like you get your production blows up in the next 5 years? Who are like three actors you would like want to like work with? Like you're writing a script, you're like, man, I would want these three actors in it.
I have three people that I will work with. I don't know if I would have three actors, but off the top of my head, maybe I can just say both because one of them's Issa Rae, obviously, and
That'd be
then
dope.
um, yeah, I would probably say Kerry Washington. I really like her as an actress. Um, I'd probably say Vince Staples too, but I like Shonda Rhimes as in general as like a person.
Vince Staples and
I like
Issa
what
Rae
she
would
does
be
for
a
her
good
craft.
mixture. Oh, Shonda Rhimes is legendary, but Vince Staples and Issa
Yeah,
Rae would be interesting.
right.
Yeah, yeah. You
Mhm.
could turn that into something for sure. Those two are very talented. Going back to the skits, I want to know because I see like a lot of people I see a lot of people try to do them now and all this stuff. Like, how hard is it to like financially to is there like a certain amount of views you have to get to? But all right, cool, we're good for a month. 'Cause I know like I feel like content creating is getting much harder and harder these days than it was like I don't want to say a decade ago, but like the start of COVID.
It really just depends. Uh, it depends on the platform that you use and then the kind of footage that you put out. I think what's made it harder as a creator is that all these platforms are like extending what they consider short form. So like before I could drop like a 3 minute video and that would be long form, I'd get decent revenue off that. But now they consider like, for example, YouTube will consider up to 3 minutes a short form video. So now you get paid less. And so like there's certain things like I can't remember how TikTok is. I don't really post on TikTok anymore because they mess with my account a lot. And they banned me like in the height of my career, like I think like 7 months in or 8 months in for being under 18. And they had my ID, they paid me, like they had my W-2, like oh they had all of that stuff or my W-9, like they had all of it. And so I was just like, wow, all you have to do is check your records. Like whatever they were doing, it was messing with my account. And like I just wasn't able to reach people anymore because like it had marked me. One, they banned me, so I wasn't even able to get into my account. I wasn't able to appeal or anything. But like after that, I feel like I was just marketed to like younger audiences because I wasn't able to like I think they registered me somehow as like a younger person. It was the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, just other platforms, they just kind of try different ways to pay you less. So
Okay, so let's say like a kid that's watching this interview like wants to start and they're doing skits right now. What platform do you think is best for them? Or you think they should just post on every platform?
think if you're going on views wise, I would say YouTube, and I've heard a lot of good things about Facebook. But it's weird because Facebook is actually kind of challenging for me because for some reason I have two accounts. I have two accounts. I have a professional one and a personal one, and it made me make both because I was like, oh, well, I'm a creator. And they're like, oh, you're a creator, then do this. I'm like, but I just made this account though. Like, can't I just use this same account? Like how on Instagram you could just change between a professional or creative account, like a personal one, da da da. Like you don't have to make a whole separate account. For Facebook, you do. And then there's also somebody else out there who has my name. It posts on their Insta, like the Facebook. And I reported that I'm like, yo, this is B. Nothing's happened. I'm just like, okay, so Facebook is tricky because your actual account, somebody else can be running. Like they don't check their shit. Like, I don't know. I had a friend who went
Wait,
through that too. They tried to
somebody's
make them pay hella money to get their. Mhm.
like took your whole like identity and just posting the videos that you post and they're making money off it on Facebook?
Yeah, but I don't think they're even posting my videos anymore. I think they're just posting like random ass content. I think the last time I checked, they posted random ass content, but I think they used to post my videos to prove like, hey, it's me. Um, but like on Instagram, if anybody is impersonating you, that's different. A lot of people have to, which is weird because aren't they owned by the same freaking people? But like
Yeah.
they,
Oh, what
they
happened?
anyone ever like down because somebody was pretending to be me. So
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's
it's
wild.
weird.
That's really wild. No, it's like they're owned by the same company. Oh, can you hear me?
Mm. They are owned by the same company, but for some reason their systems like I don't know, they just never changed them, I guess.
No, yeah,
It's really weird.
that's really weird. No, yeah. Speaking of, I saw some dope stuff from you. It seems like you've been like activism wise. I see like you've been really pro-Palestine. Like when did you start getting into that?
Yeah, I'd be turning up on there.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, she
so
really
I
pro-Palestine. It's like it seems like you've been like that for a minute now. And it's like I've seen other people be like shy to even talk about it, but I was like, oh, like that's dope.
I appreciate that. I think that when everything happened on October 7th, I never realized how I guess ignorant I was to like other countries. Like I always had a passion for like trying to do something outside of the US and like supporting other countries. Like for example, I've always wanted to like go to Africa and like start something, right? But I think when uh but their situation's a little different, not entirely different. It's just more so they are like overexploited. They aren't a third world country because they haven't caught up to everything. They're a third world country because people overexploit them to where they can't catch up. And so I was like aware of issues like that. And the thing is a lot of people understand that. Like a lot of people know, oh, like everybody takes something from Africa, like they're abused. It's an abuse system. But like a lot of people just don't care. I think with what was happening in Palestine, it was the first time that I seen not people know about something, but convince people that something wasn't happening. And that's what was very shocking to me and made me feel like, oh, I really don't know a lot because it was like, oh, like you go tell anybody about Africa, they'll be like, oh, damn, that sucks. Like that they don't not believe it, But like you go talk about like Palestine, they'd be like, oh, we're confused. Like a lot, like I've never seen such like good manipulative tactics. Like I like it felt like watching somebody like punch you in the face and then be like, yo, you walked into my fist. And like that was like how I felt about reading everything and watching everything. And like in real time, you would see like stories, like you would see like history. You'd be reading on it, and then somebody would come out and be like, this has never happened before. And I'm like, actually, I just read about the war in like 1948. Like, what do you mean that this never happened before? So it was, yeah, I feel like I'm just an advocate because for some time it was very, very hard to get people to even like understand that they were being manipulated. And then you seen people getting blacklisted. And I felt like it was a very insane shock to see people, even I knew, afraid to post something because they didn't want people to like come for them or to lose opportunities. And I felt like it was just crazy because I'm like, well, you in my eyes, like a lot of people in my eyes were like, oh, they're big advocates. Like if they see somebody getting bullied, they'd speak up. But like a lot of people were just like, oh wow, like okay, so when your time comes when you actually like could lose something, you would be a bystander. Like you would just not say anything and let this narrative, this false narrative kind of continue on.
Right. No, I'm proud of you for doing that. Cause like I have a Palestinian friend that's been going on before even October 7th. Like they're like, yo, they just did this again. They were doing shit before October
Yeah,
7th. So
no, for sure. Yeah, definitely
uh,
for decades.
yeah. So I was like,
That's just when
yeah,
I
this,
found out about it because
yeah,
obviously, yeah,
yeah.
now it's getting
But
broadcast. So.
no. So did you face any backlash? 'Cause I know I got some too when I was speaking up before. I was talking about it before then. I got backlash. Did you get backlash at all? Or
I mean, from random like Zionists, from like people like because I was never like a person like I'm not like I know Jewish people and I also know like people that are like from the Middle East. Like I know people who are like Afghanistan who also support yeah, I've gotten a mixture of like support, but um the only people that I guess have spoken to me and like maybe like a backlash way were like kind of Zionists. So I feel like it's not very it's not very common for me as well to just experience like one side of things. If anything, a lot of people have reached out and like said like thank you for talking about this, da da da, like in a time where, nobody really wanted to, but like I don't know. I'm like I guess I feel like everybody kind of cares a way about like backlash, but like for me, I feel like I've never been the or well, I was at one point, but I stopped being the like how do I say this? The socially acceptable person to where like, oh, you have something to lose. Like people see you in a certain light where it's like, oh, you talk about Palestine, they're not gonna like mess with you anymore. Like I've never been that person where um I've had to align to like certain views so that I can get somewhere because I mean I have an OnlyFans. Like I don't necessarily think that like I like my online presence or anything about me is like I have to conform, you know. So
No, yeah. I saw your tweet also about Greta Thunberg. You called her a superhero, I believe. Like, what's your opinions on her? Because she be doing a lot.
I know I've always seen her since like I was young. I honestly can't even remember, probably like high school. Like she's been around. And so like she was always just doing some activist stuff. And I feel like activism in the past to me was like a pet, you know, like it was something that oh, you can have and it's nice and it does make you feel good and it's cool to take care of something, it's cool to make the world a better place, take care of it, But it wasn't like something that was needed. It wasn't something that like changed anything. If I go pick up a dog or something like, okay, I'm making a difference, but like it doesn't really matter. And I feel like as I start to realize that activism is honestly like exercise. Like you have to kind of speak up about things because I feel like it should be a normal experience in people's lives. Like definitely talking about something at least. And I feel like for her, like I'm really inspired because she what I'm like just coming to realize. And then on top of that, she's able to do this as like a full-time thing. And people try to like make fun of her and say like, "Oh, like it's easy to do this when you have like daddy's money or something." And I'm like, honestly, that's the best thing that you literally could do
Mm.
if you had like daddy's. Instead of spending it on cars and all that stuff, like you could be like helping people. So I really mess with her for that. So
No, I respect that. Before I let you go, I got some fan questions for you. Can I let a couple people know that I was interviewing you? First one is, which movie do you think do you? Okay, my bad. Which movie do you think you've rewatched the most in your life?
oh my God. It's actually so funny because like the movie is not something that like okay, I have two. One of them is my favorite movie, and the other one is just like you ever heard the term of like good ass? Like like it's a good movie, but it's also ass. Like so that's why like I enjoy it because like damn, this is like a feel good movie, but it's not something that I feel like should just have like Emmy nominations and such. But one of them is Battleship. That's the one where it's like it's good ass, like it's hella good. But like, do I think like I'm gonna like think about it like philosophically for like ever, and then the other one is called Cloud Atlas, which a lot of people don't know. Do you know what Cloud Atlas is?
I haven't heard of Cloud Atlas before.
A lot of people don't know that one, but it has hella actors in it. Like it has a lot of actors. There's Halle Berry in there, Tom Hanks is in there. Like there's so many actors,
Huh.
so many good ones. Um, and you just like even though that movie was a little while ago, it wasn't like not like no black and white film. I think it was probably like 2015 or something. It is a little minute ago. Um, but those same actors are still like in things, So it's like it's not like it was just popular for the time. It was like it's still popular. Holly Berry's in there. I think I mentioned that already, but I'm not so sure. Um, so I really like that one because it's such a complex story to tell, and they do such a good job. Um, because it's about like different points in time and how people experience kind of like not the same story, but certain people are kind of going through like the same message. Whether it's like love or system, whatever it is, it's like a different time period and it's all mashed up into one. And like you start to realize like even some of the actors are the same actors. They just have like different like makeup on or like different, I think it's called like SFX or something where like you can't tell like they have like fake noses or something and you're just like, oh my God, this is the same fucking person. So every time I watch it, I'm just like I like to find like different details or different theories and such. So
Nice. Okay, okay. I think yeah, okay. I feel like everybody has a good ass movie, so too.
yeah, a good ass movie. That's one,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. The next one
And
is
Harry Potter.
the next one is, who's your celebrity crush right now?
Celebrity crush. Um, I don't even think I have a celebrity crush for real. Like, it's weird because like I feel like this should always be like I get asked this a lot. Like I think I got asked this on gosh, I can't even no jumper. I think I asked that on that one. Like I feel like a lot of people ask me that whenever I do like an interview. And I just don't get infatuated with like celebrities. And a lot of times I don't really like find attraction to them because like I feel like I need a little more of something. Um, so yeah, I feel like I can't give you an answer because it wouldn't be true. They're not like my crush. Like they're not like somebody I would see and then just like crush on, I have to like get to know them.
Okay, no, I respect it. The next one is if somebody made a biopic about your life, who should play you? And it can't be yourself.
Okay. So I've heard I think I would just tell you who it would be that I get comparisons to, like that I look like. I've heard that I kind of look like Amanda Stenberg, but I don't think that one's true.
No,
And then I've also heard that I look like Sierra Capri, which is weird because I met her and I told her that a lot of people compare me to you.
I can see that
They'll be
one.
like, "Yo,
Yeah, I see that one more than Amanda. I see that one more than
So yeah, probably choosing from between those two.
Amanda is still.
Yeah,
No, yeah, Sierra Capri is closer. Yeah, yeah, that's closer.
I get that one
Uh,
more. So
yeah. The next one is what's your go-to karaoke song?
my go-to karaoke song. Oh my goodness. I'm not very good at it, but I'd probably say Halo by Beyonce.
I respect it. Mine's "I'm Your Baby Tonight," Whitney Houston. That's my shit.
Okay.
That
Okay, you
that
going back
and
there.
yeah, that and "She's Out of My Life" by Michael Jackson. You gotta have like a heartbreak song and a love song. Those are the best karaoke songs.
I do love a good Michael Jackson song.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
indeed.
she's out of my life karaoke. That's my shit. The next one is if you could. This one is you could swap lives with any other creator for a day. Who would you choose?
Oh my gosh. Swap lives with another creator? Who would I choose? Probably Kai Cenat. Probably Kai Cenat. He'd be all over the place, So he'd probably like never have like a day where he just chills, like which doesn't sound like an amazing thing, but for him, he seems like he has so much energy where that probably doesn't even affect him. But yeah, I'd probably swap lives with him because I feel like yeah, he has or Drewski. I'd probably swap lives with Drewski or Kai.
Hey, Drewski be wild. That's an interesting one. And the last one is, what's one thing fans would be shocked to know you're low key obsessed with?
Oh my goodness, low-key obsessed with. Um, I would probably have to say Call of Duty. Like, which is weird because when I streamed a lot of COD. But like I meet people today who still like are surprised that I play video games when like I understand that like, it my biggest following is like Instagram, TikTok, like YouTube. It's not really on Twitch, but like I would still post about like me playing COD, like I was still kind of like tell people I was even in a freaking Call of Duty tournament and we won.
Oh,
So
dope.
it's just like it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like that's interesting that people still don't know that, but like when people do hear that, they're like, I didn't know you like video games. Like I didn't know you're actually really good. Like a lot of people just assume that I'm like okay, but like I'm actually really, really good at like sniping and stuff. Like oftentimes than not, I'm either first place or second place in like anything that I play. So,
Oh, fire. Okay. So, what's your favorite Call of Duty game?
oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to say Black Ops 2, which is so old. Like, obviously, like, kind of like, dang, they haven't, you know, beat that. But I'm like a real zombies lover. And I'm like, the day they bring transit back is the day like I will never shut up about COD. Like, I don't know why that has not been a thing yet. Like, I'm hoping they do it in Black Ops 7 because they have a They have not a story mode, but they have a map and it's of a farm. And I'm like, this farm looks really familiar. This farm actually reminds me a lot of Black Ops 2 and Transit. And so I'm like, that was probably some of the funnest games that I've ever played before on Black Ops 2. Just, your friends getting left behind the bus or people running out of the bus because they're just like, they want to do their own thing, your suicide missions. It was crazy.
No, yeah. Okay, I respect it. I no, yeah. Call of Duty. I suck at that. I'm not gonna lie. My friends be trying to get me to play. I be like,
Mhm.
yo, I'm gonna let y'all down. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all got to carry me.
What are you, a Madden guy?
I'm a FIFA guy. FIFA's my shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sports.
FIFA.
It's always sport.
Yeah, FIFA is my shit.